The honeymoon period didn't last very long. The first purge began within a fortnight of the Emperor's proclamation to the Senate. Now, the regime removing people it didn't like wasn't anything new by this point, but while previously difficult officers would be reassigned, now they were being publicly dragged away. We started getting visits from the much-feared men in white coats, the Imperial intelligence officers that would swiftly go on to form the ISB. What surprised me was that a couple of men under my command were taken away, and I'd always thought them to be a fanatically loyal bunch. Stranger still was the fact that I managed to keep my command. Much of the old guard that hadn't already been tidied away in the preceding month started to disappear pretty swiftly. I can only assume that it's because I had a good working relationship with Admiral Tarkin, and that made me part of the club, so to speak. As I've said, I never liked the man, but did my absolute best to foster a working relationship with him in spite of this, ever since he took over after the Battle of Sullust. I knew which side his bread was buttered on, and even back then I figured it was probably a good idea not to get on the bad side of the Yin crowd. It's worth noting that my career pretty much stalled at that point. I was neither considered disloyal enough to be removed, nor committed, ruthless, nor ambitious enough to be promoted. It's strange to think about now. When the Clone Wars began, I was absolutely determined to climb the ladder of command, but by this point, that was what might be euphemistically called seasoned. I mostly just wanted to keep my job, get the war over and done with, and make sure I lived to retirement. My family is from Chandrila, and virtually all of them were incredibly anti-war and incredibly anti-empire. My sister once called me an authoritarian pig when I was visiting home, and that was when we were still the Republic. My parents were a little more supportive, but I always got the impression they didn't approve of my choice of vocation very much, which naturally is exactly why I chose this job as a young man in the first place. Some newfound wisdom had tempered that earlier attitude, but it did little to heal the familial rift. It arguably made it worse, in fact. I visited home once after the Empire was formed, and it ended in such a furious shouting match that I left straight away and didn't return for 5 years. On the one hand, my family, like many Chandrilans, were appalled by the Emperor's seizure of power, and I, in my Navy uniform, stepping off an Imperial shuttle, had become the face of everything they feared and hated. It's one thing to have a black sheep in the family, but when that black sheep holds an Imperial commission, commands a wing of Star Destroyers, and is personally acquainted with some of the most dangerous men in the regime, it must be terrifying at worst and infuriating at best. Meanwhile, I was a war veteran who'd gone through so much and been put under so much strain that I just didn't have time for this kind of bickering anymore. Any patience I had was blown to smithereens, along with much of my victory wing in orbit over Sullust. Any kindness or understanding had been trodden into the mud on Mimban. The perpetual twilight dangers of Umbara had left me with an inability to sleep in a room without a light on, and now, of course, we could add to all of that the paranoia of the men in white coats arriving at the door of my ready room with the deceptively gentle words, "Sir, if you could come with us, please." It only took one passive-aggressive comment at the dinner table, and I practically exploded on the spot. If I'd had my sidearm, I think I might have even shot someone. The thing about arguments like that, though, is that sometimes, days, weeks, or maybe even years later, you realise that the other side was probably right. My pride meant that I didn't speak to my family again for nearly half a decade, but it didn't take quite as long for me to realise that they had a point. And as the purges went on, as the orders coming across my desk became more and more objectionable, it became increasingly impossible to deny it. At the time, however, I was just delighted to be back with the fleet. Destroying battle droids was something I could deal with. War had, somehow, become my comfort zone. Not the abstract concept, but the day-to-day business of it. I never felt quite as at ease as when I was chatting with my clone security detail or pondering a tactical hologram. There were an awful lot of clankers still to be put out of commission, and I was keen to just get on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Empire at War, Fall of the Republic, where it's Fall of the Republic past tense. At this point, very definitely. For we are now playing as the Empire. Yes, we are. Please ignore all the Republic logos everywhere. We still haven't had the chance to scrub those out, apparently. Currently, Tarkin, is he Grand Moff Tarkin yet? I'm not sure. I'm not sure when that happens. Either way, he's on his way back to Balamak after conducting a raid on Roche asteroids where we destroyed a number of enemy ships. As soon as he gets there, I'm pretty much going to be sending him back there to do it again. To try and whittle down this big enemy fleet they've got over there. We've got a similar problem over here at Yin Shore, arguably worse though. Zinj has a significant, decent-sized fleet of her own, including 2 Praetors, which are honestly a vital part of the strategy, having 2 of those things. And she has an even larger fleet to contend with, which includes 20 Providence-class dreadnoughts, which is, of course, absolutely disgusting. In addition to the other stuff. And, well, what I aim to do in today's episode is try and whittle both of those enemy fleets down as much as I can. Over here at Boz Pity, I have a probe droid under construction, which I'm going to use to sort of check out what's hanging out on Pamant. See if there's anything there I should be super duper worried about. Might be. It's a level 4 shipyard over there. It's a dreadnought shipyard at Pamant, so they could have all sorts there. They have a garrison at Seleucami, but it's nothing massive. Nothing that I don't think Pelion and his fleet really need to worry about too much. That's about all there is to say. I'm building a space station at Kashyyyk because I want to start. I want to get a shipyard there and start using it to build more corvettes. I'm already building more corvettes on Rusan to replace the ones we've been losing over here at Balamak. And that's about the shape of it. And it's pretty much about the shape of it. Our army that we've been gathering on Coruscant is looking really nice now. It's pretty much ready to march out as soon as we deal with this. As soon as we deal with this, then we can hopefully go on the offensive, and we can use this army led by Ozzel to start taking some worlds up here and work our way up towards Munalist, which is sort of one of the objectives I've set myself in this campaign to get before we end it. Arguably a bit of a secondary objective, Munalist, compared to the ones over here. But hey, let's unpause, shall we? I'm waiting for an inevitable lag spike, but it hasn't just yet. An enemy fleet's about to invade Carada. Again? Really? Oh, for a change, you mean? Let's move a few things around here, though, shall we? To the extent that we can. Carada, of course, has very awkwardly placed unit spots. That might have to do right there, like that. I want to keep the RT in the backfield, obviously, so yeah, that might have to do. Very annoying planet to defend is Carada. Not much I can do about it, though, other than, you know, try and take Coruscant as soon as possible. That's going to have to wait for the moment, though. I have to admit, Tarkin's fleet is a bit stupendously massive. We have a Secutor, a Tector, 3 Praetors, and the Mandator 2. Some might argue that is seriously overkill, and we should probably divert some of those vessels to other fleets, like Zinj or Pelion. And you might be right, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Yeah, it's on pause. Let's go do this again. You first, and then I'll let Zinj take a crack at the other one next. Once I've done the warm-up here. Got my eye in a bit, I suppose. Back to the ugliest battlefield in Fall of the Republic. Roche asteroids, everybody. Oh dear, sweet lord, I did not set a... Oh dear. Well, I guess we'll be retreating pretty much straight away then. Although... You know what? Maybe we won't. Oh god, look at all those fighters. I'm just thinking it might be might not be a bad idea to try and just take down as many of these little Colivexes as possible. Let's come out over here. Oh Jesus, really? Only 3 corvettes? Against that many missile batteries? Yeah, I don't think so. Forget it.
Choose your reinforcements. Calculating jump to
Well, this was awkward. I knew I'd forgotten something. I wasn't able to assign a lead unit to his fleet because he was in transit when I loaded the game. He was in hyperspace, so yeah. Whoops. I'm not sure if I remember to do it with Zinj either, come to think of it. Well, now I feel dumb. My cat, right now, is sat on the back of my chair, directly behind my head. Oh, here we go. Now we get the lag spikes. And he's currently snoring, so if you can hear a weird noise in the background, it's very unlikely, because the noise gate is set quite aggressively on this microphone. In fact, I need to tune it down a bit. I think it's set a little too aggressively. But if you do hear a weird noise in the background, you're like, what the heck's that? It's probably my cat snoring. Anyway, folks, I guess I'll be back when the game is finished, having a midlife crisis here. Okay, I'm going to admit I'm kind of annoyed. The big lag spike was the Separatists moving their fleet out of Roche asteroids. We kind of blew it. They've run away. They've scurried off, and I have no idea where they've gone. That's not great. Not sure I like the idea of having a fleet out there somewhere that big and not knowing exactly where it is. It's a little worrying, isn't it? Oh well, we'll dispatch that probe droid up there to go take a look at Pamant, and yeah. In the meantime, I guess we'll go deal with... Oh, there's the fleet over Carida. Hello. We'll see if we can put a dent in this, shall we? I have assigned a unit in your... Yes, I have. Good. All right, Zinj. So it's time for you to step up. It's your turn.
Complete.
Tactical battle imminent.
Here we go. Let's see if we can do some damage here. I'm going to bring in both Praetors with some Corvette screens. We've run that before with pretty good results. We're pretty much... My plan essentially is to just sort of do some damage and then withdraw as soon as one of the Praetors loses its shields. And then repeat ad infinitum, pretty much. No great mystery here as to how this is going to go, I don't think.
Right away.
Vectoring now. Adjusting course. Right, sir. Woohoo! I copy that.
Get a couple of screens set up in front of the Praetors.
Right, sir.
Start intercepting missiles.
I copy that.
Because the assault concussion missiles that... Oh, no, you don't. Get over here. Oh, we're not going to be able to... This pelt's not going to arrive in time, is it?
They're not going anywhere.
Ha! There we go. All right, I brought in an acclimator entirely by accident there. I didn't mean to do that, but never mind.
Destroyer holding.
Oh boy, the poor thing is toast. I should have just withdrawn it.
Destroyer at station keeping.
All right, yeah, you
We'll level
keep shooting this guy. You shoot the death donut. I don't want you to kill this thing just yet. I would like you to take out all of its weapons, though. Poor acclimator. Sorry, bud.
Moving out.
Oh yeah, you have like virtually no corvettes left in this fleet, do we? That's not very good. Alright, how are we doing? Shield's still looking alright. Good thing they haven't built a... Well, actually, this is our planet we're an orbit over right now. I should build a hypervelocity cannon down there. That'd be a grand idea. Ah, now they're trying to run away and they've killed our support pelters, so they're going to manage it.
We'll win this.
Kill the engine, kill the engines, kill the engines. Kill the engines. Oh, damn. At least we stopped one of the Providences from getting away, but... Ugh. Yeah, no, that was poor. Wow. I'm kind of annoyed. Alright, we need to do some stuff here, don't we? We need... Oh, boy.
Constructing unit.
3 support pelters, please. You need to be in a separate stack. I need all the corvettes. Corvettes for days.
Unit in production.
We've chased them off our lawn, but that's far less than I actually wanted to achieve, unfortunately. Anything good down there at Yin Shore? Yeah, unfortunately, there's no free building slots for me to build a hypervelocity cannon. Otherwise, I feel like that would have been a grand idea. Never mind. I could send her to go and deal with. In fact, I will see if she can get there in time. I'd be surprised, but maybe. You never know. Meanwhile, over on the eastern side here, there's probe droids inbound.
Standing by.
And lag spikes are inbound too. Thankfully only a small one. Aha, so let's have a look. What have we got here then? 24 Colvexes and 5 Diamond Cruisers, but that's it. And aside from that, they're pretty much wide open. That's tempting, isn't it? That is tempting. I have an idea. Mandate 2. You go here. You go here. We're going to launch a little raid. That's what we're going to do. And she has managed to arrive at Carado in time. I'm surprised, but awesome. Great news. I think she has a Corvette in that slot. It's not showing right now because I think the menu's bugged in the pre-battle screen, but I don't think there's going to... I think we still had a surviving Corvette. Yes, we do. See, there we go. Unfortunately, if they want to retreat, we have nothing to stop them from doing that, other than... Well, they don't have a lot here, do they? So... Let's just...
Decoding transmission.
Preparing for hyperspace jump.
Republic light cruiser.
I am waiting.
Everything kill this thing. Take out its engines. Boom. Done. It's not going anywhere.
I will kill
Now kill these. Whoa!
the Emperor
Look at it. Look at them get evaporated. Oh, that's a beautiful thing to see. That is really.
right away.
Genuinely. Hate these little things. There we go. It was a very small victory, but we'll certainly take it. Absolutely evaporated those enemy ships, didn't we? My goodness, right. She'd better hold there for now, really, because they might have ground troops inbound. So, anyway, the game's lagging again, so I'll pause and I will return when we're ready to do something else. Probably launch our little raid. Alright, folks. Our little raid on Pamant is about to take place. The enemy did move a pair of Providence Dreadnoughts into place. Or possibly they built them while we were on our way there. I genuinely don't know. They do have a Dreadnought shipyard here, after all. But regardless, I do still definitely fancy Pelion's chances. That hopefully should go quite well. The only wrinkle, really, is the fact that their Dreadnought shipyard will be pooping out a number of additional ships. But hopefully we can try and bait the enemy away, destroy the shipyard, and then mop up the rest. That's kind of my plan there, at least. You know, without having to retreat, I mean, you know, do it all in the same battle. I've got another probe droid, as you can see here, inbound this way to check out whatever is at Mon Calamari. I wouldn't mind knowing what's next door afterwards, because if there's virtually nothing there, Pelion can continue his rampage. You know, I don't see why not. I also moved Tarkin over here and took Roche asteroids. I think I killed a handful of Separatist Colovex cruisers, Diamond cruisers, and a few STAP companies that were in orbit. The little jet bike droids, the ground units, which I'm delighted about, frankly, because those guys are so annoying. It's very nice to blow them to pieces in space. So he's hanging out there. I'm actually building a little space station there because it's cheaper when Tarkin's in the system, so why not, right? Thought I'd move in there and take that. I'm about to move Zinj over here because an enemy fleet has arrived over at Yin Shore. I've also got her reinforcements here. 2 pelters so far, 15 corvettes, with more on the way. She's also got another Praetor. She's now got 3 Praetors. The next one I'm quite finished building just now. We've got another one on Deco Narmoidia that's just about halfway done. So, unfortunately, not enough crews right now. Well, actually, I say that. We do have enough crews now. The week just started, so we do actually have enough ship crews now for another one. So we'll queue up yet another Praetor there. The number we're building, as long as we don't lose any of them, I could start building another fleet with this guy in charge, I suppose. Who's this guy? The new guy we get as the Empire, Admiral Maleen. He commands an Imperial Star Destroyer, which is kind of neat, I guess, but aside from that, he's tier 5, so he's a bit rubbish. In fact, I'm pretty sure all he contributes to the battle is like a slight health buff for his own units, and that's pretty much it. So that's kind of crap, really, but hey. And I've got another probe droid on Kashyyyk. I'm not sure where to send that at the moment. I'm really not sure where to send that. I think I know where I'm going to send it. I think I'm going to send it to Coruscant, potentially. Although I've got another 2 probe droids building here on Anaxes, because, honestly, we really ought to build more probe droids. Half the battle's knowing where the enemy are and what they're doing, and I feel like I ought to spam probe droids a lot more than I actually do. For some reason, I don't use them very often. I have no idea why. They only cost like 500 credits, right? Yeah, so ought to use them way more often. Anyway, so this raid on Pamant, let's do it. 26 Colavexes, which is kind of silly. 8 Diamond Cruisers and 2 Separatist Providence-class Dreadnoughts guarding one of their 3 remaining Dreadnought shipyards. I'm pretty sure it is just 3 remaining. They don't have any others, do they? Pretty sure they don't. They have a tier 3 at Ord Tracy. Looking for other tier 3s at this point. There must be one scroll away here somewhere. Surely. Gravelex Med wasn't a tier... No, it was a tier 1. I think it might actually just be Ord Tracy. That's interesting. What tier shipyard do they need to build Providence Dreadnoughts, do you think? I mean, logically speaking, you would think it would be the Dreadnought tier shipyard to build Providence Dreadnoughts, right? But I don't actually know if that's the case. It might be that Providence Dreadnoughts, so to speak, are actually only a capital ship. I haven't played as the Separatist recently, so I can't remember. Anyway, they do have an ion cannon down there. That's worth noting, isn't it? No garrison, though, aside from the ones they get from their own units. Also, check out that map. Is that a big crash Star Destroyer over there? Is that what that is? Looks like one to me. It's kind of cool. Anyway, let's do this. Enough stalling. Cat is still sat behind my head, although he's making life difficult at the minute because he's sort of allowed his bum to sort of fall off over the edge of the seat, and it has now come to rest between my neck and the chair. Which means he keeps occasionally nudging the back of my headset, so if you hear any awkward feedback through the microphone, I do apologise, it's his fault. His little furry bottom is nudging up against it repeatedly. Cats, man, they are certainly a thing that's interesting to deal with when you work from home at a desk. Because they totally want to be involved at all times. Okay, yeah, they got one of these big space stations as well. And a Golan too, for good measure. Well, yeah, this is going to be a fun one.
What's the order? This is it.
The plan remains. Try and bait them out towards us in the corner. If we can. Maybe drop in another Corvette a bit further over here to get more line of sight. Or over in this direction, really, more likely. And then, I mean, these nebula thingies are going to complicate matters slightly, aren't they? They've got a nice little sort of bottleneck here between this one and this one. But, yeah, I'm going to try and get some distance and then bring in the fleet over here to just run amok through all of this. Probably a pair of Praetors, I reckon. A pair of Praetors will just hopefully just chew through all of this very, very quickly. Actually, no. I can't bring in a pair of Praetors because I don't have a pair of Praetors in this fleet.
Choose your reinforcements.
I just have the one, so it'll be 1 plus, I don't know, a bunch of victories or something. I only have 3 victory 2s. Oh dear. Yeah, I forgot Pelion's fleet is not really super well equipped, is it? Oh well, they are obligingly moving out. They did get a lot of free stuff there, didn't they? That's annoying. Still want to drag him further. I'd be able to drag him in this dust cloud. I thought this would prevent us deploying there, but maybe I'm wrong. This poor sacrificial Corvette, I'm afraid, he's going to cop it pretty swiftly, I think. Now we're in fact already firing. Now would be the time to do this. Okay.
Proton bombs in the
That's the
ship.
closest I can get him in.
Calculating jump to light. Preparing for hyperspace jump.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Issue a command. Of course, Your Highness. Destroyer holding.
Alright, all of you.
Level them.
Go for this thing first.
Destroyer
That does mean all of you.
Commander, holding fire for maximum effect.
Missile destroyer reporting
Fire for
in.
maximum effect.
Some of you are shooting at the wrong target. In fact, a lot of you
Ready
are.
to update orders.
I guess you're still moving into firing range or whatever. Still, you are. You're doing an absolute number on this golden platform, so that's okay, I guess.
Yes.
Sir, we need you to clear the area of all enemies.
Is the enemy reacting yet? Not really, no. Fine by me. Okay, that's one little starbase taken care of. This one's gonna. The golden platform's gonna go pretty quick. It looks like. It's a lot of credits that are going up in smoke right now. I don't
Charging
mind
generator.
telling you. The Dreadnought shipyard's the main thing. Taking this out is just marvellous, not only to prevent the enemy from bringing in reinforcements in this battle, but also if we have to retreat, at least we've taken out one of their only 3 Dreadnought shipyards. They can rebuild it, of course, but that'll take them some precious time and money. Of course, the AI's probably got tons of money on account of cruel difficulty mode being enabled, but hey, time is still something it has to obey.
Destroyer.
Take this out. What this would have... Yeah, this is expensive and would have taken them a while to build. So eliminating that is definitely a good idea. Got no point defense, so the assault acclimators will be doing a nice job with those missiles. The assault concussion missiles do an absolute bucket of damage. I looked it up in the weapons table that you can get access to on the campaign map. Assault concussion missile launchers, they do a lot of damage. They're very easily taken out by point defense, obviously, but to balance that out, they do monstrous amounts of damage. Which is why point defense is such an important mechanic in Fall of the Republic, one which I discovered far too late into this campaign, quite frankly. There we go, beautifully done. Have we lost sight of the enemy completely? Yeah, I think we've actually lost line of sight on them. That's kind of funny.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Alright, everybody good? Got some shields that need recharging, but aside from that, we seem to be
Yes.
fine.
Let's run this gauntlet.
Maximum power to shields. This way. Take evasive action.
All stations ready.
Look at it fall down to earth. In flames. Right, a unusual moment of calm then in the middle of this battle.
Charging generator. Missile destroyer here. Issue a command.
Destroyer here.
Suppose I might as well bring Pele on in at the back.
Your command?
Apply your command bonus.
Missile destroyer ready. Vectoring now. All stations ready.
Now, is there a way to tell where everybody's going?
Destroyer holding.
There actually kind of is. If you select everybody and then you hold down Alt, you can kind of see where they're going.
Form up.
I discovered this
Full speed.
recently off screen in another battle I was doing.
Yes, sir.
I accidentally held down Alt. I think I was trying to rotate the camera and I pressed Alt instead of Control like this, and that's when I discovered it.
Destroyer at station.
It's very very Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun actually, which makes sense since a lot of the Petroglyph devs were ex
Awaiting orders.
Command and Conquer ones, but yes, it is the CNC style movement
Ready
lines.
to update orders.
They're all just sort of congregating over there, aren't they? I'm not bringing anything else in just yet. I'm waiting. In case you're wondering why I don't have a Corvette screen in place, that's why.
Missile destroyer reporting in.
Kind of want to wait for battle to be joined before I bring them in.
Ready. Back up.
Alright, let's hit the pause button. And let's do this.
Right, sir.
They're all going to come in facing the wrong way, which is sort of hilarious, but that's the
Right, sir.
particularly weird situation we've managed to get ourselves
I
into
copy
here.
that. This is it. Right, sir. Woohoo! I copy that.
Understood? We're moving out. Pelter responding.
Alright.
At maximum unit capacity.
Hopefully it doesn't really matter that much that we're facing the wrong way, but
Concentrating
hey.
fire.
Charging generator.
Oh yes, take out all those missiles and space bombs, please. Point of defense doing its best. Problem is the old Praetor's moving up
Woohoo!
and making the job more difficult.
Supplies to go around. Pelter here.
Destroyer ready.
Just stop there, please.
All stations ready.
Our vector packs will regenerate.
Holding here.
Praetor's definitely taken some hits.
Transferring all power to shields.
Coming back around for another.
What is it, sir? This is it.
Their reinforcements have been cut off. They're losing reinforcements. Sabotage.
Come on, little Corvettes.
Eliminating target.
Oh, some fierce lag right now. Okay, doing slightly better now with the point defense. It's a very short distance to cover, admittedly.
Destroyer reporting.
How's the Praetor doing? Shields are down, but hopefully we'll be alright anyway. The Acclimators are taking this thing apart, thankfully. Okay, the heavy hitters are pretty much all taken down now.
Awaiting your orders. Attack that target.
Missile destroyer here.
Start working on these little things.
Taking fire.
Bit of cinematic cam, why not?
Coming around. Reinforcements have arrived. Enemies in range.
Not sure what cinematic cam was doing there, but whatever. God, the Praetor is huge, isn't it? Easy to forget sometimes, but man alive, it's a big ship. It doesn't look like it should be a big ship, is the weird thing about it. I think I've said this before, but it looks like it ought to be a lot smaller. And yet it's gigantic. It's like the Mandator. The Mandator looks like it ought to be big. Like, you just look at that 3D model and it has... the scale of it just feels right. But this thing, you look at this thing, it looks like it ought to be shrunk right down to sort of almost Acclimator size. Anyway, okay, 15 Corellian Corvettes, 2 Victory 2s was all we lost in exchange for 8 Diamond Cruisers, a trade port, a Dreadnought shipyard, a Golan 2, an IGBC gun platform starbase, 26 Colavex cruisers and 2 Providence-class Dreadnoughts, and, well, yeah, there was those other free ships they got from the shipyard too. Well done, Pelion. I'll certainly take that in a pinch, son. That's some nice work you've just done there. We'll leave him there for now and retreat if we have to.
We got you covered.
Right, let's see. An enemy fleet's about to invade Contrum and Yin Shore. Contrum's over there. I guess we could go ahead and just move Tarkin. He'll be leaving Roche asteroids a little undefended, but whatever. I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll live. Yin Shore, though, yes, that's the whole thing we need to deal with right now, isn't it?
We can do that.
Let's
Off you
run
goes
this
Inge.
gauntlet.
I don't know if you'll be able to get there before ground troops arrive, but I hope you do. And this probe droid is about to hit Mon Calamari. I'm going to be very curious to see what's there.
Construction complete.
Hello. What do we got? Nothing. Virtually nothing. Well. Oh, game. Ah. I mean, I instigated this. This is my fault, but still. Oh. All right, let's take this out, shall we? Pop an interdictor mine. Make sure they're not going anywhere, and just eliminate them. It's I think I've mentioned this before, but it's going to be awfully convenient for the rebels later on in the next campaign when the Empire just suddenly, mystically, magically remembers to forget. What am I talking about? It's going to be funny when the Empire forgets that interdiction mines exist in the next campaign.
Let me just drop a couple mines right here.
There you go. So many pesky rebels they could have killed if they'd remembered those were a thing that existed.
We're on it.
Bring in the Secutor as well. Tarkin.
I'm sure you will find the going easier now that I have returned.
Calculating jump to light speed.
Woohoo! I copy that. This is it. Right, sir.
Oh, you're firing missiles at the Secutor, are you?
I copy that.
Well, I should be stopping that.
Delta frigate responding.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Intercepting.
The Secutor almost looks like it ought to be bigger than it is, you know? I mean, I get why it's the size it is, because they've sort of perfectly matched the size of the bridge with the one on the Venator, because it clearly seems like it's meant to be like that. But, you know, if you made this thing Praetor-sized, like, it wouldn't look wrong.
Excellent shot.
I'm still thinking about maybe sending Tarkin himself back to Quat to maybe, you know, see if I can upgrade him to an ISD, which I'm pretty sure I can. But, you know, I don't know, man. I've been thinking about it, and I'm just sort of like, considering Tarkin's role in most battles is to sit way at the back in the corner out of the way so he doesn't die, upgrading him to an ISD wouldn't necessarily be a great idea, because it would take up more pop cap. So I don't know if I'm going to actually do it. Maybe later on. I don't know.
Standing by.
Alright. Quickly.
It won't be long
Before the
now,
enemy
sir.
has a chance to react.
Tactical battle imminent.
Let's do this. Oh, well, you know what? I don't have a lead unit assigned. Now I do. But it's not going to matter for this battle. As long as the game gives us a support pelter, we'll be fine. And honestly, even if they don't, we'll be fine. All they've got is one Colovex. To be honest, I don't think I really care if it gets away. Oh, thanks for that.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Yeah, there it is. There we go.
Interdiction field online.
That one Colovex is not going anywhere. Although, arguably, if the enemy wants to retreat from this one, I guess I wouldn't mind all that much.
Loaded.
Because I just realised, actually, they've got loads of defences here, including some free ships. Guys, are we moving? Are we moving and shaking? Are we getting on with this? Thank you.
My lord,
All stations
Oh god, that's Pelion.
my lord.
Hi.
What is your wish, my
Yeah, you
lord?
should probably move away to safety, my friend.
Your orders, sir.
Your command.
What are you doing? Why are you going that way? For goodness sake.
Ready.
Absolute madness unfolding here. All my ships turning in the wrong direction.
Ready to update orders.
Your command?
Missile destroyer reporting again. Issue a command.
Let's blow something up. Secondary reinforcements en route. Cruiser ready for combat. Missile tubes loaded.
No problem. Ready for attack orders. As you wish, Commander. Consider it history.
My lord, what is your wish, my lord.
Let's bring in the support pelter right about there.
Republic light cruiser response.
Enemies in range. Target locked. Transmit orders.
We've got advanced training.
We'll make short work of them. All stations ready. Eliminating target.
Charging generator. Loading ordnance.
Alright, move on, take up the star bases.
We're going to need you to hold them off.
Awaiting your command. Attacking target.
At your command.
Look at this little gunship. Do you have missiles?
Coming around.
You do, apparently. It's light concussion missiles.
Destroyer ready. Signal coming through. Starting my run. Setting up my run, sir.
Reporting in.
The enemy is in full retreat.
Missile destroyer here.
Target locked. Excellent shot.
Do I have fighter support ready to commence? Moving to attack. Locking on. Heading for attack.
Shit, just target the big one at the back.
Destroyer holding. We've lost the missile launcher.
Back around for another run.
Missile destroyer ready.
Well, let's see if we can hyperspace you out.
All stations ready. Getting a lock.
You're getting a beating from that starbase. Run! Hyperspace jump! Whoa, I was close. You were nearly
Destroyer
dead.
at station keeping. We'll win this.
You were seriously nearly dead there. Big dame.
Advanced training.
Bedding set.
Victory is imminent. Don't let that try get away.
Radio channels open. Intercepting. I'm on them. Ready.
Kratos finishing off the Golan.
We'll beat
Move on to the big one.
Destroyer here.
All around us.
Cruiser here.
The Separatists are
Peleon being harassed right now? No, he's fine, but his dreadnought's still limping away.
target destroyed.
It's one of the carrier dreadnoughts, I think.
Where'd he go?
Sabotage the
I copy.
vehicle.
Alright, bit of cinematic cab, I think. Seem to have this in the bag. It's a shame we haven't brought the army up, honestly. Otherwise we could have taken this place
The enemy has
with
taken
surprising
reinforcements on
ease.
standby.
I mean, there is still time, I guess.
We've lost.
Stay in formation.
Our reinforcements are taking casualties. Get down!
Nowhere to run.
The enemy has
Falling out of formation.
standing by.
There it goes. Beautiful.
Charging
Oh, the
generator.
Praetor shields are nearly out.
We'll level them.
Move on and take out the shipyard. Didn't say it. Look how ineffective we are.
Destroyed the Techno-Union ship.
Those hyenas are just refusing to die.
Reinforcements are being depleted.
Jesus. If you play an X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, those hyenas would all be dead by now. They'd be very dead by now. Oh man, I tell you, interceptor fighters in this mod, they are just, they're far too weak. In my honest opinion. There's something I would change in this mod, and I have no idea if it would actually work out particularly well, honestly, you know.
Destroyer holding.
But I'd certainly experiment with it, is make the anti-fighter from Corvettes and Pelters and the like, these kind of ships, less effective, make interceptor fighters more effective. I really feel like it should be these you know, your V-Wings, your TIE Fighters, etc. that should be doing the bomber killing more so than these things. In my honest opinion. But, you know, I'm not a game designer. I'm not even a mod maker these days. I have no idea how Empire at War balance works. There's probably a million reasons you shouldn't do it that way around. Just airing an opinion. And we all know what they say about opinions, right?
Constructing unit.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move you back for now, Pelion. You can just hang out at Pamant. Now, I do have an ion cannon down there, so we don't really want to hang out there too long, but...
Construction complete.
Let's bring the army up. Let's exploit this opportunity while it's here. Really bad time for a lag spike there, game. I'm going to be honest, actually. That's really poor timing. I'm halfway through dragging an important army across the map. Yeah, cheers. Thanks for that. So here's a complication. There's the army. There's Bimisari. There's the Mandated 2 and 4 corvettes I just managed to move there in time versus 8 Providence dreadnoughts. Uh-oh. Luckily, the army hasn't arrived yet, so it's not going to actually be in the battle, but... Uh-oh, all the same. Is this going to be the last stand of the Mandator 2? I don't think it can hold out against 8 dreadnoughts. We'll see what damage we can do, I guess. At least we're on friendly territory, so we won't have a blasted ion cannon shooting at us. All right. Corvettes, gather over here in front of the Mandator. Yes, I kind of forgot how the gigantic Mandator has an astonishingly pitiful number of fighters available. Is it splitting its fire? It is a bit, isn't it? Alright, Corvettes, I need you to... Oh.
Right, sir.
Do your best to try and deal with this onslaught. Already nearly a quarter of the shield's gone.
Enemies in range.
And the Corvettes are being taken out.
You're falling apart. It's about to blow. We are under attack. Requesting air support. We've lost a squad member.
Switch to this. Ignore this thing for now.
Get behind them.
Cannot comply.
Oh, you're not gonna leave it alone, are you? I don't want you to kill it outright, because, you know, pop cap management is going to be important here today.
Target locked.
Take out these missile launchers, man.
Attack formation.
Take evasive action. Sabotage the Separatist vehicle.
Oh, we're already taking quite a bit of damage here. Oh, and you've blown up 2 of them. Alright, well, blow up a 3rd, and then we'll get out of here, I guess. Assuming you haven't taken out... Oh, God! I think the enemy's taken out... They're in the process of taking out the engines. Can you kill this faster, please? Otherwise, we're here for the duration, and it's not going to end well.
Separatists are jamming our city. We must
I have them now.
We fail. Calculating jump to light speed.
Oh, I hope this works.
Are taking casualties.
Hope we can get out of here with 2 engine modules remaining. Looks like we can. Very good. Well, that thing will have to sit around in dry dock being repaired for a while, but we should get 3 dreadnoughts at least, 3 out of their 8. That leaves them with 5. And now the army's arrived, so we have to now run away again. What ship has Vader got? Oh, that's cute. He has a little one of these Jedi Starfighter-y things, except it's painted black. That's adorable. Oh, he doesn't have his experimental TIE Advance thing yet.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
I have no idea where these guys are going to end up, frankly. If we're lucky, they'll head to Boz Pity. Oh, and they are! Brilliant! Okay, right. Hopefully this hasn't gotten all screwed up. No, it hasn't. Good, okay. Right. Tarkin, get over there. He's about to invade Carida. Oh, really? Carida's just going to have to deal with it, I guess. Or are they? No, you know what? Zinj, get over there. Right, probe droid over there. Probe droid over to Coruscant. Tarkin's inbound to Bimasari. The army needs to move its ass that way. This probe droid needs to go check out Mintuine. Okay, Carida is now happen. Looks like we got there just in time. It looks like they have just the one dreadnought and 5 Kolivexes. Well, on the bright side, assuming these dreadnoughts do require... Oh no, it just say capital. It says capital, it doesn't say dreadnought. That might be the clue there. So I think they don't need a dreadnought shipyard to build these, even though they're called dreadnoughts. Although, having said that, considering they only have one Tier 3 shipyard aside from their Tier 4s, that means they currently only have 2 planets they can build replacement Providence-class dreadnoughts at. Which means we can theoretically start killing these things much faster than they can replace them. So every one of these we kill is good. Safe to say.
Droids around the objective.
Alrighty tighty, let's do this.
Choose your reinforcements.
Adjusting course.
Moving to that location.
Loaded.
Welcome aboard, Zinj.
Copy that, sir.
Let's get it ready to drop a Interdiction line.
Mines, repairs. Interdiction field online.
Destroyer at station
Thing is,
keeping.
presumably you can destroy the Interdictor mines.
What do you wish?
Is the thing.
Woohoo! I copy that. This is it. Right, sir. Woohoo! I copy that. This is it.
Who needs fixing?
And sorry, I got a little distracted with all the unit placement there that I sort of forgot what I was talking about. My brain just sort of did an error 404 on me there in blue screen. What I was about to say was actually, what was I about to say? Yeah, Interdictor mines. Theoretically, I mean, they have a health bar. Can you not destroy these? In which case, should the AI not really be trying their damnedest to destroy them? I feel like they ought to be.
It is about time.
You know? I feel like they ought to.
Ready.
So... Chandrillan Admiral. Oh, she's from Chandrilla. I never realised that. That's the place that Mon Mothma's from, right? I swear I knew that Mon Mothma was from Chandrilla even before watching Andor. I promise. My Star Wars lore is a little better than that. I didn't realise that Zinj was from there, though. It's kind of interesting. Alright, cool. That's that dealt with. You can hold there for now, just to get, once again, just in case there are ground units en route. Okay, the army is on its way. Things are going to... We have a spare probe droid at Kashyyyk now, and I've really no idea what to do with it. I suppose I could send it to Seleucami. It's probably not a bad idea.
Unit in production.
Build another in the meantime, why not?
Constructing.
Okay. We're about to get some eyes on Coruscant, it looks like. What do they got hiding there? Oh, hello! Interesting. A Lucahog battle carrier and a subjugator. And a tactical droid minor hero. And an army. Do you know what? I fancy my chances. Go for it, Zinj. Go for it. Tarkin's about to arrive on scene at Bimasari. There'll be 5 more dreadnoughts we can hopefully take out without too much bother. Uh-oh. Stuttering time! Lovely. Right, be right back, everybody. Alright, here we go. There was a bit of a definite stutter there. The AI's definitely moved their fleets around again. I don't think anyone... Oh, yeah, they've moved the subjugator away from Coruscant, it looks like. They still have a decent-sized fleet over here at Cala, but it's much smaller than the one that was over here earlier. That's good news. I think they're splitting it up a bit. They're in some trouble right now, the Separatists. They are in some serious trouble. I have... Peleon's little raid over here has done some serious damage to their ability to produce replacement ships. They're in trouble. Yeah, they're in real trouble because every enemy capital ship we destroy at this point now is going to hurt them big time. If I can get over here and take out the one in Mintuin as well, then they are in monstrous trouble. So yeah, doesn't matter how many money cheats they got at that point. They ain't building any more dreadnoughts, so no more subjugators or Lucahulks. And their ability to produce capitals will be seriously bottlenecked. But anyway, we've got these dreadnoughts to wipe out off the face of the galaxy first. And, oh, thanks, Cat. I think you may have just brushed the microphone with your tail. I'm sure the audience at home appreciates that. He's still fidgeting around. He's not really settled down yet. Begin. I'm trying to angle for a big battle with these huge Separatist fleets we found, but we're not getting it, are they? They keep moving them around. And honestly, in the long run, it's working out in our favour because, you know, they're just dividing themselves so I can conquer them more easily. At the end of the day. Double Praetors. Double Praetors. Add a Tector just for utter, complete and total giggles. It's pretty dumb, but you know what? I'm doing it.
This is it. Yes, sir. Right, sir. Ready for action. Destroyer ready. Destroyer holding. Destroyer at station keeping.
Destroyer standing by.
Standing by.
Yeah, you guys aren't really kind of positioned where I wanted you to be at all. And what the fuck are you doing? You know, I try my best to drop the F-bomb less these days, just because the algorithm, I think, probably doesn't like it, but... Mother of God, this game sometimes doesn't make it easy.
Charging generator.
They're coming in quick.
Destroyer ready.
Can you get over there, little pelter? I don't want to double click you, I just want to click you single style. Tector doing some damage. He's sort of doing some damage. Somebody's shooting at this even though I told nobody to do any such thing. Oh, can we just broadside this thing from both sides? We probably could, but unfortunately, this Praetor has some very silly ideas. Yes, let's point our engines towards the enemy. What a brilliant tactical maneuver.
Falling out of formation. Draw their fire.
We'll beach them.
How's the Tector doing? We ought to be able to take out a bloody Providence Dreadnought in a slugging match. It's a friggin' Tector, for goodness sake.
Stay in formation.
Do you know what's funny?
Destroyer ready.
I never did actually,
Destroyer holding. Destroyer at station
you know, drop an interdiction mine. They could have left at any time here.
We'll wipe them out.
There it is. That's 5 dreadnoughts. Just turned into space dust. Don't mind if I do. For the loss of 3 corvettes. Oh man. Double Praetors is just... It's almost cheesy, really. I mean, that's a hard thing to counter for the Separatists, isn't it? With the pop cap available, it's how do you deal with twin Praetors, really? At the end of the day, I'm not sure you can. I mean, because ultimately, the Praetors get damaged enough. You're just going to retreat, come back, and do it again, as many times as it takes to win. Alright, that's Singe inbound to Coruscant. It's the army about to reach Pamant. Lovely. Alright, Lord Vader. What are we dealing with? Oh yes, big crashed Star Destroyer map. Right, I remember. I believe we've seen this map before. It's the one that I got Delta Squad killed on. So many moons ago. Do you have a lead unit assigned, Lord Vader? You do not. Have some commandos.
Invasion commencing.
Well. The Separatists left their backyard wide open, didn't they?
Stay with me, all right?
Well, let's not count our chickens just yet, but, Guerrilla field base. Oh yeah, that deploys the ARC troopers. Yeah, guerrilla field base and the scout field base that deploys the jump troopers. Never use them. They're rubbish.
Choose your reinforcements.
They're fun, but they're rubbish. Lord Vader.
The 501st couldn't do it better.
And he still has Anakin lines when he jumps in, which is seriously goofy and silly. And to be completely honest, I feel like that's a glitch because, as we saw during the campaign during Order 66, they are two distinct campaign map characters.
Distance calculated.
They really shouldn't. They really shouldn't have the same voice lines. It's not like Anakin gets upgraded into Vader in game terms. They're two separate NPCs, if you like. This is one of those maps with the critical locations, isn't it? Yeah. Our artillery's shooting their planetary shield generator. That's kind of a neat way of going about things, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, I'm gonna leave the clones here to sort of hold down the fort in this neck of the woods. And I'm gonna take Vader and Cody in this direction via the infantry path.
Turret constructing.
Watch those wrist rockets.
What is it?
There's Cody and the big man with his really, really hilariously oversized lightsaber. I think that might be the vanilla Lord Darth Vader model. I don't think they've actually made a unique one for the mod. I think that might be the Darth Vader from the vanilla game, which would explain why he looks a little strange.
You men follow me. Cover my approach.
Oh look, it's jet bikes. What a surprise.
Follow me. Prepare your men.
I got point.
Alright. You guys move up this way. See if you can try and take this reinforcement point. While we've got the enemy's attention. Go ahead and crush that tank, Vader. How Vader gives zero shits.
Set your course.
He's like, yep, tank? Puny tank, get out of my way.
As you wish.
Bombing unavailable. Does that mean, yeah, the RT took out the shield. Excellent.
Let's do this.
Yeah, guys, don't worry about the ion cannon. I will. Well, you know what? No. Get over there. Get over there. Take the reinforcement point. No, I'm trying to select Lord Vader and I'm getting the wrong hotkey. Ah, they're retreating. Jolly good.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting. Gold Squadron commencing attack.
Gold Squadron. And it is Y-Wings, which is just feels weird. Feels weird being the Empire and having Y-Wings, I gotta say. Especially Gold Squadron Y-Wings to boot. Alright, course in space battle now. One battle to the next, back to back. Action-packed, fun times. Let's get this set up first, though. Before we go any further. How are we doing for food and industrial parts? We're doing just fine, actually, on both of those for the moment. Alright, so Coruscant. Zinj versus this lot. Hopefully going to take out a big army in orbit here, as well as a Luca Hulk. That would be nice. And you can bet your ass I'm doing double Praetors, because I can. I may send our second army at Coruscant, actually, to try and take this place. Depending on how this goes.
Choose your reinforcements.
Fixing course. On our way.
Copy that, sir.
This is it. Right, sir. Woo-hoo! I copy that.
Pelter frigate moving in.
This is it. Right, sir. Woohoo! I copy that. This is it. Right, sir. Woohoo! I copy that. This is it. Right, sir.
Should bring in Zinj herself at the back.
Right away.
Might as well. Extra pelter over here probably wouldn't hurt, actually.
Our hull is about to give in.
Ready to update orders.
Alright, can you take out this tactical droid?
Commander, they're hitting us. Where'd he go?
And
Pelter here.
one of you to deploy an interdiction mine.
Falling out of. Please get us out. Cut off our reinforcements.
Yeah, my screen's getting annihilated today.
Target locked. Destroy him.
Right, ignore that for now. Start targeting the Luca Hulk. Just leave these things
Back around for another.
floating in space as hulks, frankly.
I got one.
Oh, hello. Has the enemy actually destroyed the interdictor mine? It looks like they might have. Alright, take it back then. And yeah, there goes my pelters. That's my whole screen dead and gone. Yikes.
On my way, Commander.
Fall back. Fail out.
Ion cannon.
As you wish, Commander. Consider it history.
I got it.
Ready for attack orders. At your command. Targeting at maximum.
And they're running, yeah.
Yes,
Alright,
sir.
everybody.
Charging generator.
Kill its engines.
Loading ordnance. We'll win this.
Quickly! Oh, I think it got away. I think it got away. God damn it. Oh well. Most frustrating. Yeah, it totally got away. Never mind. Ah, was not a good day to be an Imperial screening ship, was it? Well, there's Coruscant, there for the taking. It's got a serious garrison. Serious garrison. Ah, it's this map. It's the one I ended up defending a whole bunch of times. Alright, let's do a little army shuffle here.
Cargo loaded.
Hey, check your map. Hey, check your map.
Let's do it. Let's take Coruscant, why not? Okay, let's see. Enemy fleet's about to invade Yin Shore. The Republic has conquered Pamant. Enemy fleet's about to invade Roche asteroids. They're kind of welcome to it, I guess. Oh, hello. That's where their big fleet is. Do I rush over to Roche asteroids to try and stop them? Yeah, I suppose we better had.
Proton bombs in the chute.
But Tarkin is definitely going to be wanting to deal with that fleet over at Seleucami. That's the big kahuna right there. That's 12 dreadnoughts. 12 Providence Dreadnoughts, a Lucas Hulk battleship, a pair of Bulwark Mark IIs. Yeah. Tasty. Very tasty. In the meantime, what's on Mintuine? Once again, bugger all, it looks like. Astonishing. This is kind of hilarious, honestly. I'm appalled by how poorly the AI has actually chosen to defend arguably its most important worlds. That is goddamn funny. Oh crap. Oh, that was poor timing. I guess I shouldn't have left, huh? Alright, well folks, hopefully we can get this defense done in 10 minutes. What are we looking at here? Ah yes, this one with the 2 river crossings, gotcha. Right, move this Juggernaut here, I guess. Move some clones there. Some more clones here. What have we got ground? Yeah, you... Shield generator. Can go there. Move the tax collection thingy there. Hell, swap these around. There we go. Okay. Let's give it a bash. What are they bringing in? Pair of tripod companies. A single platoon of B1s. What use you could possibly have for only one platoon of B1s? I don't know. 4 crab companies and 4 STAP companies. The STAP companies are arguably the most dangerous thing there. They've got a MAF gunship, but it's not the really pokey, really good gunship. It's the transport gunship. So, all right, let's do this. I'm glad I left this little garrison force here. Actually, it was sort of I did it as almost an afterthought, like 2 episodes ago. But here we are.
Took a while. Covering fire, go.
Beginning construction.
Good path. Watch those wrist rockets. Watch those wrist rockets. I've got you. Stay with me, all right? 1, 2, 3. I'm holding up.
Let's get all of you over there. Oh boy. It has started already.
Constructing. Turret constructing.
Oh no, it's a lot of dead clones. Alright, defensive forces are in place now. Here's the thing. Luckily, we have the shield generator. I had the presence of mind to build one of those, so...
Turret constructing.
We can afford to clump up here. It won't be a problem. Looks to be pretty map, this one, isn't it?
Construction complete.
Oh, I almost forgot about the damn Juggernaut. Come on up here. Oh boy. Cinematic cam for the Juggernaut is very weird. And also, maybe don't park like right on top of my poor clones. That just looks weird. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, where is it? I thought it was one of those transport ships from Empire Strikes Back, the Rebel ones, but actually I don't think it is. It's similar. It's like the oval shape, but I actually think it's a different one. Oh, hello. Look who's here. Oh, yeah, let fly with the big guns. If you were the other way around, you could fire your missiles, I suppose, but this works too. Oh, hello, jet bikes. Oh, I'm bringing up friends over here as well. Finish that thing off, go on. There you go. Oh, more jet bikes. Yeah, hit this thing with your rockets, well done. Fine work, gentlemen. Keep going. Oh look, it's the B1 platoon. And they're retreating. Jolly good.
Turret constructing.
Well, that was pretty simple in the end. Lovely. It says we took no losses there, but that's clearly a lie. We did lose a clone platoon there. Alright, Mon Calamari space battle. Oh, they set up a little baby space station here. While I was away. Bless them. Let's blow it up. I won't auto-resolve, because you never know. I'll just hit the button, thinking, surely I can beat that with auto-resolve, and then you'll notice Pelion himself listed among the casualties. And I'll just be like, for God's sake.
Crush those scum.
Ready to face the enemy, my liege. We read you.
Preparing for hyperspace.
No problem. Destroyer ready. Locking on target.
There we go. That was over nice and quickly. Alright, and then we've got to take Mon Cala on the ground. That's going to be interesting because, if I recall, Mon Cala is quite an interesting, unique map. It's the one with a gigantic bridge, essentially, that you have to defend if you're the defender. Yeah, this one. It's where we lost, right at the start of the campaign, almost. When we lost Kit Fisto, trying to defend it. And Mintuin after that. Mintuin is sort of, it's like Manan in Knights of the Old Republic, isn't it? It's like a platform thing, but on an ocean. A couple of ocean planets, actually, look. Well, I wonder what it is with ocean planets and having big dreadnought shipyards. I guess maybe because, like, aquatic species are really good at building submarines or something. I don't know. There must be something about living on an aquatic planet that lends itself well to shipbuilding. Because of course, I don't know about Mintuin, but the Mon Calamari at least they are legendary shipbuilders, of course, in the actual canon, aren't they? So. Anyway, that's about an hour and a half, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode, everybody. And when we come back next time, Lord Vader shall be descending on Mon Calamari. And probably Mintuin swiftly after that. Tarkin will be arriving at Roche asteroids, probably sitting there taking a look around, wondering what the hell is going on. Where's that fleet that was supposed to be coming here? Then come back, and then hopefully make a decent attack run on Seleucami. Try and wipe out as much of that big fleet as we can while it's still in one place. And yes, the army over here under Ozzel will be on its way to take Coruscant, which I'm sure should be a very interesting ground battle, considering the amount of stuff they've got down there. And yeah, then we've got that to deal with eventually as well. And also not forget the fact that Zinj has like no screening ships right now, like at all. In fact, let's before I forget,
Constructing unit.
Queue up
Vehicle in
all
production.
of the Corvettes.
Constructing unit. Constructing
Let's go ahead and do that, shall we?
Constructing unit.
Right, there we are. We need some built over here too, really, don't we?
Vehicle in production.
Pelion's run out of Corvettes almost as well.
Unit in production. Unit in production.
There we go. Right, welcome to Let's Play queuing Corvette production with SorcererDave. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, the march of the Empire shall continue. The end draws near for the Separatist alliance. Yeah. Once we've taken Mon Calamari and Mintuine, their production of new capital ships will be slashed. And then it will essentially be a matter of eliminating their remaining fleet with capital ships in, pushing on northwards through Kailura, Orinda, Maigito, and then Moonlist. And then I think once we've taken Moonlist, and once I'm satisfied there's no like gigantic fleets nearby that all really ought to be dealt with, that will be it. We shall end the campaign. So that's kind of our objective, really. Take these two worlds remaining here. Destroy any large fleets like that one. And then make our way to Moonlist, headquarters of the banking clan, and bring an end to this farce once and for all. For the glory of the Empire. And that will be the end of the campaign. Not really the end of the series, though, because as previously discussed, we will move on to the magnificent mod that is Awakening of the Rebellion. After that we've done with this, we'll continue the story in Awakening of the Rebellion. So there'll be more Empire at War on the way, but it will just be a different mod with a different campaign. That's the idea, anyway. So, yep. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this. Catch you next time. Toodaloo.